I want to introduce myself as a geography teacher of 25 years at the fabulous Inverness High School. It's a humanities faculty. Succession. I got into box sets in Christmas because I wasn't feeling very well, and I watched Succession. And if you don't know Succession, a horrible media mogul family who are just taking over the world. And there is this one moment where there's a conversation between one of this family members and a family member from this very highbrow media, BBC type organisation that they're trying to swallow up. And the conversation goes a little bit like this. The very, very intellectual person is explaining how they're on their second doctorate and how proud they are of that fact. And this rather dismissive, horrible character says, well done, you've saved yourself 12 seconds Googling. And it made me think, what do we actually need to know nowadays? What do we actually need to have knowledge on? And I think about what Ian was saying in terms of the National 5 2019 paper was 30% required knowledge of the Ordnance Survey map. Do we really need to know that? Unless we're geographers or Monroe bags. The 2019 higher paper, 30% of paper 1 was these processes applied to this structure and form give you this landscape. Do we really need to know that in that much detail? So I also now work for Highland One World. I'm part-time in both roles. And I think the transformative moment for me, in my 25 years of teaching, was we use this model in global citizenship education, which focuses on the head, the heart, and the hand. So I'm sure you've all heard of this. The head is the knowledge, the heart is the values and attitudes, and the hand is the actions and skills. And that's the approach we take, and a lot of the CPT we deliver, and a lot of the kind of approaches we encourage in education. So at the moment, I'm teaching a little 5-week block called Fashionable Geography. And it's split into 2 periods. Obviously, the first years come in. And the bit I love is the head. Because I do 1 period a week, and you know what it looks like. It's the RLC, and everyone gasps. And it's sweatshop labour, and it's all that really, really, really juicy geography. But the second lesson, we run a social enterprise. So we take donated primary school uniforms and we launder them and iron them and package them, and then we put them back out to the primary schools. And I love that knowledge lesson. That's really, really important to me. But then I look in the other lesson, I'm watching the class, and there's 4 boys over there and they're ironing. And there's 4 kids heading down the corridor with a load of laundry to go into the washing machine. And there's 5 kids working out how they're going to package up the product. And I'm praying that senior management don't come in and say, what has this got to do with geography? But then I reflect again and I think, actually, what I'm seeing here is probably what employers want. And it's probably what the kids will remember. They probably won't remember my really earnest lesson on the RLC. But I'll tell you what, they'll remember running that business and having some sort of impact due to them. So the provocation question I would leave you with is, what would senior phase geography look like if only 40% of it was knowledge and 30% of it was values and attitudes and 30% of it was action and skill? I wonder what it would look like. I'll leave you with that.